Hi, and welcome to Zillow Data Exporter. Today I'm excited to introduce the Zillow Data Exporter Cloud Importer. This is our latest feature to help you get the data you need from Zillow. If you're already familiar with the Zillow Data Exporter extension, you know that you can go on Zillow and export the data directly from your browser. It's very easy. But it comes with a small downside. You actually have to go on Zillow and do the exports manually. Anytime you want new data, that's what you have to do. For example, imagine a scenario where I want to keep tabs on houses for sale in Sarasota, Florida. I want those houses to have 2 bedrooms and 1.5 bathrooms at least. And so, therefore, I go on Zillow and use the Zillow Data Exporter extension to export the data each day, and then I look for the new listings. But what if there was a better way? Well, this better way is what I call the Cloud Importer. The Cloud Importer simply does that for you in the background. You don't have to go on Zillow anymore. You can just create an import job and simply enter the URL that you will put in this field and then let it run. If you want to run it on an hourly basis, on a daily basis, weekly, monthly, yearly, you can do that. Or you can simply create the job and run it whenever you want new data. It's very easy. There are a lot of options to choose from, so I'm not going to go through all of them. But there is an FAQ on the side that can help you understand all the specific options that you can choose from. As always, if you have questions or concerns, you can send me an email and I will do my best to clarify any issues that you may have. But let's go back to the importer. So what does it look like when it runs? Well, for example, let's have a look at this job. I created this one yesterday. I wanted to export different properties from this town, Des Moines, Iowa. As you can see, it ran successfully and imported 270 properties, which consumed 7 credits. And I'm going to get back to the credits very shortly. If I want to download the CSV file, all I'm going to do is press this button, or I can download the Excel file as well. In the future, this data will be able to be uploaded directly to your Google Sheets account, so you won't even have to download it. And you will also get an email every time a new import has been completed successfully. But let's talk about credits. What are credits? Well, credits are the currency of the Cloud Importer. This is what makes it run. The Cloud Importer credits are basically given to you each month when your subscription renews. Every time your subscription renews, if you're on the monthly plan, you will get 75 credits. If you're on the annual plan, you will get 900 credits. But what can you do with those credits? And also, how much does it cost to use the Cloud Importer? Well, if you want to export data, there are a few differences that you need to understand. The shallow listing option in this Cloud Importer is basically the data that you get through the extension. It's the exact same field, the exact same data is extracted. And so with 1 credit, you can export up to 40 shallow listings. And why do we call those shallow listings? That's because we get you the data that is on the surface level. This is the data that you find when looking at this page. But there is also the deep export or a deep listing. And that is the data that you get when you navigate to the listings page. This data, as you can see, is a lot more rich. It contains a lot more fields and a lot more information. And that's why there is 2 categories of exports that you can create with the Cloud Importer, the shallow one and the deep one. The shallow one is the less expensive one. 1 credit will get you 40 shallow listings. But the deep export consumes 1 credit for 1 property. So it is 40 times more expensive. And the reason for that is because it's a lot more work in the background for the Cloud Importer to actually get this data, parse it, and extract all the data that you may be interested in, so that you can focus on doing what you know how to do best, which is finding your next investment property or finding your new home. If you do run out of credit before the end of your subscription or before your subscription renews, you can buy a simple ad hoc credit package. Those packages do not auto-renew and the credits do not expire. You can just buy them when you have more needs for the exports. Also, and I want to put an emphasis on this, the Cloud Importer and the Zillow Data Exporter extension are completely separate products. That means that if you run out of credit for the Cloud Importer, you can still use the Zillow Data Exporter extension. It has no bearing on the Zillow Data Exporter extension at all. So do not feel like you have to buy the packages if you run out of credits. You can still use the Zillow Data Exporter extension as always until your subscription renews or you decide to cancel it. And that's it. Now you know what the Cloud Importer can do. As you can see, it's currently in beta phase. That means there will be some issues and some bugs, but you can always reach out to me if you find anything that you think needs my attention. I always respond pretty quickly to emails, so please do not hesitate to reach out. I wish you have a great day and talk soon. Bye bye.